Buying a house when you're self-employed or own a small business can be really tricky. I have seen a lot of clients deal with this, needing letters to provide validation of their income. And the truth is that mortgage lenders just really don't feel comfortable about self-employment income that's on a Schedule C, like a single member LLC type of thing. They want to see several years of proof of income. So if you've only been doing it for 1 year, it can be really hard. One thing I've seen for the small business owners that I work with that helps a lot is if they have something like an S corporation where they're getting a salary from the business, they'll get that W-2. And then the mortgage lenders, they just look at all W-2s the same. It's really weird. You can have a profitable Schedule C, single member LLC that you run forever and can make 100 grand a year and they might not care. Or you could have an S Corp that pays you a $60,000 salary every year for the last 2 years, and the mortgage lenders will be in love with you for it because you have a W-2. So if buying a house is on the horizon, you need to assess where you're at as a small business. It is going to be trickier. Consider if you do need to get that W-2 income, or if you have a spouse that could. Generally, you can qualify for, I believe, 30% of your gross pay as a mortgage payment. So if you made 100 grand in a year on a W-2, that means 30 grand a year could go toward mortgage payments, which is about $2,500 a month. So go check that out, see what it needs to be, determine the amount of house you want to buy, and get creative with that, whether that is sticking at your W-2 job for a year longer than you really need to because you want to get that house, or forming an S corporation so you can pay yourself a salary. There are several ways to get around it, spouse income as well. And sometimes it really depends on the lender you're working with. So maybe talk with a few and understand, what are you really looking for? Like, do you care what my business income is, whether I'm a Schedule C, or if I have an S corporation, I pay myself 100 grand. Do you care that I have an extra $50,000 a year of net income that I can take as distributions to help pay for this house? So there's a lot of things, but you need to plan early. The sooner you think about it and plan when you're going to have a house, the more creative things that you can do. Or if you have a business, you have sometimes unlimited income potential. Another option is just try to make so much money that you can save and buy a house in cash within a few years, and then you don't have to worry about a mortgage. That's the option that I like. That's what I would like to do. But I know when you're in a rush, or you see that house that you want, or it makes sense for life, that you need to borrow money. So be thinking on those things.